Hello, welcome back to 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. We just had a bit of a powwow about Gurses versus Goses, and we now are now educated ourselves. And they are very different, but they are in a similar category because you see, even in the book here, it's next to a Gurs in here. So this beer is first brewed 1824. It is in the book it's 3.9%, and here it's 4.7, I think.
Yes.
And it is original Ritterguts Gose, which is quite a mouthful. And it's got a bloke in a stovepipe.
Stovepipe hat with a chemistry set.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the easiest way to describe them.
Yeah. So this is.
It looks very German.
This is not part of the German purity laws, but is given a regional exception.
And what is the German purity law called?
The Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And it is from Leipzig.
Oh, Leipzig. Right.
Yes, Leipzig is the regional variant it is.
Uh-huh.
So there'll be lots to say about it, but shall we crack it open?
We shall. I am going to assume this is charged.
Probably.
So I will take responsibility for pouring.
Yes, I'll put my glass over there for you, and I will tell you about the beer. So,
fill the airtime.
Intense golden orange in colour with a meringue-like foam. Phenolic coriander aroma with sour moments. Okay.
Sounds like my last wife.
Yeah. The palate offers a velvet sourness reminiscent of the fruitiness of ripe lemons.
Just like my last wife.
Yes. Smooth, not pungent. It is balanced by a decent saltiness with hints of resiny hop aroma, just like your last wife. Yeah, okay.
Hey. Well, certainly the salty part anyway.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to leave a decent amount in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then
we'll see where we're at.
See where we're at later.
See where we're at. Okay.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the bottle quickly?
Yes.
So we've talked about the Mateo here. Do you want to put it up to the camera so we can see him? Here he is. The design has changed a little bit, but not very much.
No, it's now a lot harder to distinguish
Yeah.
him from the old one. The old one was a lot more colourful. This is a bit more.
He looks more like a sort of an etching on a bit of slate.
Yeah, the old one was more colourful. Although I get the feeling they're still using the old labels from the previous one, because that's a lot more colourful on the back compared to the front. These look like two mismatching labels to me.
Yeah, they do a little bit. And it
ended
shows
up
the
with.
glass it's served in is exactly the same as the glass in the book. So
okay.
Which we haven't got the correct glass, but fuck it. All right. Well, I've never had a traditional German Gose before. I've only ever had sort of craft beer versions from the UK.
Yes, I don't think I've had a German one.
So this is going to be really, really interesting. Should we go for the smell then? Does smell lemony, doesn't it? I'm not really getting coriander, but I'm definitely getting that sour lemon smell.
Salty, lemony.
Yeah, getting a bit of saltiness.
Yeah, zesty.
Mostly lemon, I'd say.
Yeah.
Should we go for the taste?
Let's do it.
Prost. Oh, that's quite pleasant.
Well, that's a good palate cleanser.
Yeah, it's not overly sour.
No.
And it doesn't leave any sourness in your palate, really. It basically, you get the sour hit at the start, and then it rounds itself out. Oh, it's very pleasant. That's very nice. I was expecting it to be quite in your face, but maybe that's more the modern versions of the Goses are. They try and make them really, really punchy, whereas this is a very traditional one,
Well,
which
it
probably
is.
means it's not punchy.
And the sort of the tradition of the German beers, well, the stereotype, which I presume is born of tradition, is that they're exceptionally well made, but also safe is the wrong word because that's not necessarily fair. But they're not challenging. They're brewed to be quaffable and drinkable.
Yes,
which is, I think this absolutely is. It's very good.
This is really interesting. It says so. It says the Gose style was first mentioned around 980 AD.
Wow.
The style originated in the Harz Mountains, where people used the water of the Gose Creek for brewing. So that's where it gets its name from the water. In medieval times, it reached Saxony, and in 1738, production began in Leipzig, which later became known as the Gose Town.
This town
It's coming like a ghost town.
Dum, dum, dum.
Yeah, great. You had to do it, really, didn't you?
Of course. I mean, I was never going to not.
And then a merchant named Godecker, which is what this one is, founded a Gose brewery in 1824 when this was first brewed. But after World War II, the owners were dispossessed, the brew house dismantled, and the owner's son, Adolf, fled to West Germany.
Oh, it ended up in yeast, did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the last of the Saxony Gose brewers closing down in 1966, the sour beer style would have been gone forever if it were not for Hartmut Henneback and Lothar Goldhahn. They found the old recipe for this in the 80s and began brewing the beer.
Oh, okay.
So after reunification of West Germany and East Germany, the son Adolf returned and re-established the family brand in 1999.
Oh, good for him.
Good for him, yes. So it is produced on behalf of the family at Brauhaus Hartmannsdorf. It's said to be the most true to the Leipzig Gose style of the 3 brands still existing. It's top fermented using wheat and barley malt, spiced with coriander and salt. I'm not really getting much coriander on it.
I'm getting coriander.
Are you?
Yeah.
It undergoes an alcoholic and lactobacterial fermentation, with the latter giving it sour character.
I think coriander is one of those things. Some people are able to taste it more than others. I think it is.
Oh, this is interesting. This may well be what we've got now. It says they recently found a 6-year-old case of Gose bottles of this beer, which they plan to cultivate the yeast, so the beer lovers can.
Nice.
So actually,
you can go back in time.
I suspect this may well be, if it's happened. This book is, I think, 2013, so that was at least 11 years ago.
Yeah.
So this may well be using the original yeast, but it's lovely.
Yeah, I think this is a really nice beer. It's, like I said, German style, drinkable, tasty,
very easy, very easy
simple,
drinking.
and you could knock 2 or 3 bottles. Normally with a lot of the sour beers, you can have one or maybe 2, and you think a bit acidy after that.
Yeah.
This one, I think you could do a session on this. Frankly, it's very nice. Yeah.
It is. I could easily see myself having this with a meal, like not by the side, as like one on the table, like a big bottle on the table, and people are sharing it.
Oh, I tell you what. I mean, you're a bit veggie these days, but pork.
That would go very well with
pork knuckle.
Yeah,
that would
go very well.
Absolutely superb with pork.
That would go. And well, quite appropriate because you can find pork knuckle very easily in Germany. I can tell you that.
Excellent.
I think we'll leave that one there. That's a really interesting. I think that's one of the most interesting ones I've had for a while, actually.
Yeah, I think it's another win for the book.
Yes.
The first 2 we've had today have both been excellent. I wouldn't have come across them otherwise.
No.
So
Good
stuff.
Right, we'll leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe. See you for beer review very, very soon. Goodbye.